Hello, Mark Donegan, self healing practitioner and educator, July 24th, 2021. I'm going to do a really quick, fast routine, right? From cold to as fast as I can go. I'm not going to give you an exact time. I'm just going with my flow this morning. I'm sitting here looking at the sun shining and as bright as it can be. And I just saw it's going to be over the century mark today here. And I've got an extreme day of fullness. I'm stretching already, by the way. I have a certain flow going this morning. Like I said, I've got a lot of things on my mind, and I'm running through my day in my mind, kind of going back and forth. This is not a meditative movement session, nor is it an extremely violent, I got to break myself out in a couple seconds, fight out the door kind of deal. I've got time. But every day has a flow, and this day again, I got the sun staring me in the eyes, sort of not dictating, but I'm feeling it as I'm stretching and moving through different positions and movements, checking all my joints, muscles, and nerves, getting them all to flow in smooth fashions, starting to work the core, paying attention to my breath, exhaling a lot repeatedly as I go to get more motion. And for me, I use a lot of stress positions. Though that is yogic. But at the same time, as I've explained to somebody, these positions, if you use breath, they're the same as jumping around. Seriously. And I'm not doing this, just to look at. This is just something I'm practicing. What I use, actually, the camera won't show, and I think everybody should know. And this is welcome to my home. It's a counter. Everyone has a kitchen. They have a sink. They have a counter. I'm constantly, because I guess the benefits of living alone, having to do everything for yourself, get up off your butt, cook for yourself, clean your own dishes, do your own laundry, and by God, you're gonna get a workout. And then I don't know how women do what they do as far as single parents and whatnot, and the guys too. I mean, dang. But yeah, I'm old, and when you're broken, these things are challenging. But anyways, grab the freaking counter, get in a stress position, do it every dang day. I mean, who doesn't stretch out their calf and thigh before they go out and do stuff? Seriously. These are basic stretches. I think they teach. Well, I was taught before I got in kindergarten. My family, you were moving and taking care of yourself on a regular basis. I don't know, Dad. Thank God he gave us what he gave us. Yeah, dads are for discipline. Telling you that, I don't know, for my dad, it was just like what I was taught. It's a joyous thing to move, to be out in life. Dairy ranchers were our family. You believe my grandpa had movement tricks that I still use to this day, and this is one of them. stretching out the lumbar, holding on to a counter so you have stability, so you can go through these different motions and movements that I'm going through. Like right now, I'm stretching my toes, my low back, my hips, my upper thighs, my shoulders, my neck, everything. This is a great little pose. I'm sorry you can't see it because of the camera angle, but you can sort of see what I'm doing. I'm holding my counter and I'm paying attention to my angle. And I'm straight on top. My arms are straight, and you can feel the tension. And you, in a stress position, you breathe and flex against it. Again, everything's about breath work and meditation. Your meditation can be whatever your flip you want it to be. Mine's generally about thinking about more motions and movements, places that I used to do. You will have memories. You will find memories and motions when you start finding new movements. It's a great experience. My broken parts are a gift in that way. I have to move through them and experience the emotions, whether there is an emotion there or not. I mean, a lot of mine are injuries, but even at that, there's an emotion to them. Certain PTSD, and this bent over position where you're pressing on your knees and you're pushing your butt out. It's like one of the most important things anyone can do. It's not like something you want to go be doing around in public, but at the same time, you can. It's very interesting. I've been studying people a lot in society, and they don't do that. They don't do certain movements that I do that are really pain relieving that I really have to do. But I can get away with them. I do them real slow and look like I'm doing something else. And then I learned, like with the butt, you don't want to be like sticking your butt out into traffic. You just simply, like in San Francisco, I do it all the time. You just, or you're in Ukiah, you just move up against the wall. First you sit like this, and then you just sort of gradually move back and forth, and nobody really notices. You take 60 seconds to do it. Or, and it's even better if you take longer because, again, people think you're just like checking them out. And it's like if you do a quick motion or do something really quick in society, everybody's eyes go. But if you're standing there just sort of staring yourself off into space, nobody notices you. This is a little bit like the aerobic stuff. Again, I'm not going to be too aerobic. This is just loosening. Running through all my joints. Go real slow with my head and neck. Go slow with your head and neck. Check both sides. Lay on them for, a while. The longer, the more time, but this is a quick routine. So again, I'm just sort of checking and pushing a little. I'm not doing like I am going a little extreme today, but at the same time, I'm having a mindset of not going extreme because the day itself is going to be extreme. Do some dry swimming, working the hands and the wrists and the palms forward and flat, trying to make the world and the energy around, down to the ground, up to the sky, down to the ground. Grounding is more important than skying because we're always skied. We're always in our head. I woke up so much in my head. And this is to potent some out, get some vibrational therapy on my skull bone. Very good on the eyes. Give me the soft eye today. I need the soft eye. Everything today I need soft. When you're going into a hard day, you don't want to work. Stretch hard. You do to some degree, but why would you don't want to burn your energy is what I'm saying. And unless you're going to do an ultra thing, you don't need to push things right up to the bone or stretch them to the max. And even stretching to the max, you gotta be careful when you're going out to do an ultra thing. You gotta understand that, I used to do ultra things. It's kind of my mindset. So for me, an extreme day is a good day. That's a good training day. Oh my God. Think about the motivators that I give hell because they get all crazy like that, but at the same time, they're who I'm thinking of and talking to when I'm out doing that stuff. Oh, got some numbness going on in this leg and foot. I want to put some energy down into that. Today's all about energy. All about energy. Opening the flow, keeping the flow. Again, not expending it all, any really, on this dang workout. And doing it quick and good. Getting outdoor. I have to work this leg a little extra. Again, it's trying to go, not working on me. All the way up through the hip until I got lifted off the ground, rotated around the hip. Well, that definitely needs to work. But I don't have all day, so. I'm not going to talk about my organs. They just need to get worked with. And get told they're good to go. I have a plan for them. I have a secret plan for them to get them through this day. It's called lidocaine. Oh. Lidocaine. Heck of funny. So my grandpa used on the horses. Here I am. High speed grips. Just like a horse. So I'm going to be thinking here in about 30 minutes or less. See, I'm grounding my legs good because if your legs give out, you're off your feet, then you're just like any old disabled person. I'm more thinking I'm not blacking out later, which is not really my area. It's up to God. That's why I'm doing this. Because if I start blacking out later, God's going to ask me, did you stretch good this morning? Did you breathe? Did you ask for my help? This is basically my standing routine really fast. Back of the head, top of the head, get the head. Might as well finish this development off. I started into it. That's where it went. So I ended up doing a whole body development. Oh, good release. Side to side on the feet. Use a chair. Grab a counter again. More movement ideas you can do, the better. The more multitasking, the better. But the focus is side to side on the hip. Loosen my stomach, my scoliosis over here. Get my balance on my feet better. Rotate the feet, ankles, loosens the neck. Think about the neck, tap on it while I'm doing my feet. Concentrate on trying to get those circles a little better, Mark. Thank you. Do some circles at the knee. Back and forth. Back and forth to the leg. Yeah, hold something if you need to. I've just learned to balance my arm because of all my stick work. And to keep my upper body in motion also as a balancer. Also, gives me other parts moving and loosening at the same time. Coming back, focus on some more exhales on my breath. Always come back to your breath. Nice, long, deep inhales. Breathe and push your oxygen to where you feel tension and where you're putting your attention. Yawns are what you're working towards. Yawns bring, I was told, once oxygen straight to the brain. And you definitely can feel that your mind is clear after one, but it's definitely an oxygenation thing. When I'm focusing on certain joints and stuff, I can feel that yawn go where it needs to go. Like right now, it's going over here. So I'm getting an automatic sense to twist there. So I'm sort of done on standing. Get on the floor here real quick, grab my balls. One tennis ball, one sort of hard ball. Rock my knees up there right away, get my lumbar stretched. Pull on my knees, stretch the lumbar. Relax. Set the breath again. Exhales. Exhale. 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 That's all you gotta remember when. That's all I have to remember when you're eating. Exhale. The breath is automatically gonna come back in. It's putting the hell out of my neck right now. It's got a lot of tension in it. I think I'm gonna be focusing today on that tension of heads and necks because everyone has it. I'm splitting my feet, getting the soles of my feet together so I can get a stretch going on my inner groin. Very important, especially for dudes, and everyone, keep your thighs stretched out. But when your thighs contract, your walking's over. My walking's over. So stretch those puppies out. Move them side to side, one leg at a time. Let the other leg fall. Very slowly, gently, everything. Going into a hard day, you want to go easy. I'm getting these balls back behind my top of my scapula, base of my neck, rolled up on them. Get some weight, support the back of my head. Start working more weight onto those balls. Okay, I could spend all day on these balls, so what I'm going to do is just keep moving and put a little bit of pressure. And I'm getting them, you see me squiggling around. That's because I'm going to make sure I roll down one vertebrae at a time and give each vertebrae a breath. Each vertebrae breath space. Each vertebrae space a breath. All right, and then just sort of lift up, do whatever you got to do to roll the balls down. I have actually one hard ball and one tennis ball. It's interesting. Anyways, and now I'm lifting my butt up off the ground, putting some weight on my shoulders. Arms out. Again, my motion is better, but I'm just being really careful because this is a spine. And breathing to each space. Rolling down again. It's it's about a half inch you roll the balls on your spine. You need to feel your own vertebrae. You don't sit on the vertebrae. You sit in the between spaces and push the vertebrae out. Well, you want to think about expanding your ribs outward. You don't really want to think about pushing the ball against the vertebrae. You want to think about more outward. Because when you think about it, I just rolled down again. I'm getting down the lumbar. So I'm going to be completing my. And now that I'm at lumbar, it reminds me I need to bring my knees up. That puts more pressure there. Yeah. See, it's not my full body weight on my lumbar on the tennis balls, but it's half my body weight, and I'm tensioning it with my legs and my knees. Like, this is the better position to work the lumbar and doing circles. It rolls the paraspinal muscles more evenly. And now I'm pretty much in my last thing, my last disc space when I'm fused. At this place for me, I am bone to bone, but your nerve still runs underneath there, and your bone is pliable. At least mine is. If you work out and you put pressure on it all the time from different angles, like if you're not sitting on it all day, because I still don't mind playing, but I finally got it to where it breathes a little. Hour a day easily will get you there. Just this, what I'm doing, will get you there. Now I'm putting the tennis balls down on my hips, on the outer hips. I got to get that sciatic stretch. This is like a stress position, and it's pressure point work. The tennis balls are in above the hips. I'm going to turn around. This has got to be seen. Hands on both sides, go down. But here on the hips, right there, there's a spot there that, like a massage therapist will put its elbow, or a chiropractor will adjust. But for you just get in there between, again, those bones, and you'll feel the little pocket, and you can get your weight up on it, right? And you can feel it. I can feel it opening my sciatic nerves. Because this leg on me is mostly paralyzed. Half of it I can't hardly feel. And when I do this, I can feel it all. And I'll move back up again. See, that's the L45 disc space right there. Right? Everyone should know that one. I'm opening it up, rolling back and forth on that puppy. What I do is not hard. It's not rocket science. Movement is life. Circulation and breath gives you the only opportunity that you have to live, right? It's not something you can push through. You have to do this, and you have to relax and pray for the universe's help. And it's not always helped me, but it's helped me like heck is so good. That God is share these things. So many people have come into my life and given me this energy to keep coming forward, to stay calm in the worst of it, and to breathe. Breath is life. And with that, I'm pretty well done because I did that. Roll over, get my belly on the floor, connect my belly to the ground. Do some more circles with my knees and get my hips a little more ready. I mean, I could do a million things. I just got another release, but all that doesn't matter. The main thing I need to make sure I do before I walk out this door, and I'm not going to do this all on video, is just make sure I'm balanced. I'm thinking about my feet being grounded right now, stretched up. Great release in my middle back right there, which I totally am going to need. Middle back's a big issue for me. You're going to have to be watching it all day. Dropping down, releasing it. Dropping down, releasing whenever it needs to be released. Oh man, time's getting on. Oh. Pretty much going to finish off just this other side, and that's that. I can do way more standing stuff during the day. Get that tennis ball back under my right side of my shoulder. My right side's definitely got issues. Obstacles. String on the floor gets my feet. Last night, I fell on the floor. The dang string got me. Check my hips. This is like an important stretch for me every day. Check the lumbar, make sure I'm released. As much as I can up through my thoracic by pushing up here. You get a general sense of your body loosens when you roll back and forth. Rolling back and forth is an important thing. When you can't do much else, you can roll back and forth and then pay attention to the parts that don't want to roll. And that sort of tells you where you need to move and breathe. A balancing exercise. And of course, you can get all into this, doing your spine one at a time through this, upside down stuff. But this is not recommended, by the way. Disclaimer, especially not in a quick way. I've been doing this a long time, so there you go. And see, I knew by everything else I was doing, it was going to be fairly loose. That I had the back and forth motion. It's just all the little swirly side to side motions I'm not going to focus on or that I don't need today. I'm good. That's a great peripheral core workout together. At least for me it was. Good for you. Have a good day. Oh no, it did something that I'm not familiar with. There it is. How long did I take?